Okay, welcome to the AK-47 channel again. This is the Texas AK trying to bring to you another video. Today I received my No Superior Design RC servo. It's a RS100 micro servo. It's a limited edition purple. They also got in red. Their normal ones are like black and silver. So No Superior Design RC makes this servo. All right, it comes in a nice little hard case. I've already opened it earlier. So the servo comes in here, has a good sized cord on it. Maybe a little bit too long for a mini B. All right, and here's all your data for it, all the torque, speed, voltage, all that stuff you need to know if you want to get all technical with it. I'm not here for that. We're just gonna go over it slightly and then install it. So first impressions, it's very good quality. Feels really nice. All right, so looking at it compared to the stock servo, here's your stock analog servo. Notice it sits back further. So your stock mount will not work for this. You'll have to get an aftermarket mount. And even if you compare it to the Savix, because I know a lot of people are in the Savix, if you wanted to replace this with a Savix, they're almost the same, but the No Superior servo is a little bit taller, so it's going to have to be forward a little bit less. The Savix will have to be forward more. So the mount for the Savix might work, but it's going to be close. And of course, here's the servo I've been running, the Eco, which is a lot like the stock servo as far as mounting. Again, it sits back a little bit different. So line up these tangs. See how much further back it sits? Quite a bit. So the stock mount definitely will not work. It's kind of heavy. Let's see what it weighs compared to the stock servo. Get my scale over here so y'all can see it when I weigh. Stock servo weighs in at 13 grams. The new servo from No Superior Design weighs in at 21 grams. So it's going to get you a little more weight in the front of your Mini B. And 16 grams for the Savix, so it's even heavier than the Savix. But this is an all aluminum case, aluminum tangs, everything out here is aluminum. It's painted and anodized. Really nice coating, feels really good. A long time ago they had these out and they made some changes. People complain about the gears having issues. This one here is the newer model with a newer gear set in it that was just released this week. And it's supposed to be a lot better and a lot stronger. I'm going to get this in here today. I have a race tomorrow, and I'll be able to give another review tomorrow after my race on this. But right now, it feels like it's pretty good. I'm going to put it in here shortly. I did get a mount. So this right here is the No Superior Design Superior mount. So notice it's got 3 holes, so you can put several different types of servos on there. So it's got 2 sets of holes that are drilled in the base. So the front ones, right, would work for this servo. The ones that are further back would work for your Savix. So this would work for both the No Superior Design and the Savix servo. Will not work for the stock servo because it's going to put your servo way too far forward. I also got with it a 25 tooth spline arm. servo arm for it. Should be really good to have. The arm, this is the LOSI arm. It's not as bulky, but I'm sure it's going to be just as good and strong. Now the arm that it did come with was purple. It came with this bag of goodies. Right, as if you were going to put in a helicopter or something to actuate some items, or in a boat. But it did come with a purple anodized arm, but the arm is a little bit too long for a Mini B. Because if you put this on there, it would be hitting the base and the chassis of the Mini B. But it's a good looking arm. Too bad you can't use it on a Mini B. But this arm right here by them, I will be able to use. I did order as well a adapter. So they make a adapter for a servo saver, to be able to put a servo saver on there. The one that they suggested, the arm on it was a little bit too long, so I can't use it. So what I did was I ordered a LOSI, no prep drag servo. So they use a different servo saver for a LOSI drag, and this would be a good adapter for the LOSI drag servo saver. So later on I will put this on with the LOSI drag servo saver, but right now I don't have it. When it comes in, I will do another review on that. Alright, so here we are. We're back after race day to reevaluate the No Superior Design RC RS100 Micro Special Edition Servo. So I ran this servo without a servo saver, which is really not a good thing when you're on a dirt track or a carpet track that has jumps. If you have jumps, you want to have a servo saver to protect your servo. No matter what kind of servo you have, if you have a servo and you're doing a lot of jumps, a lot of hard-hitting maneuvers, you're going to want a servo saver to protect it, because eventually it will wear out. This one ran without a servo saver, and it did really good. It held up fairly well. I don't see anything wrong with it. So I'm going to take it out. We're going to get a closer look at it. I'm pretty impressed with this little servo. One thing I do like about this servo is right here. This wire coming out is very well supported with a grommet. If you look at like a Savic servo, if you're not careful, you see how these wires start pulling out? This one hasn't even been used yet. This is how it came in the package. These wires are already visible, slightly, and it came that way. Then you got the stock servo. Let me find one of those. Well, this one here is the, not a stock one, but it's an Eco Servo. This one's a little bit better in design. It's holding up pretty well, but it doesn't have that grommet to protect the cables and the wires. So you can see a little bit of wear right there on that brown wire. So that's a problem with some of these cheaper servos, is they're not really protected. And here's the stock one. You can't really tell the difference between a stock one and your Eco Servo. So there we go. This is a pretty good servo. Let's get this off of here and get a closer look. So as you see, I got it out. Looking at my car, you can see this Mini B had a rough day at the track. It was super slippery, had some big jumps. I did not drive it very well. I crashed it quite a few times, but it was fun. It was a good day. Anytime you have fun doing this hobby, you're doing it right. All right, so this servo is still very smooth. There's no play in it at all. All right, so this right here is an Eco Servo. I used it one time. You see how this has got some play in it? So that's one time at the track. It got some play in it, and that was on a carpet track. It just was jumps that did that. Nothing major, no major crashes, no nothing like that. So this servo right here, aside from being a great looking servo, it really held up really well. I have probably about, I don't know, maybe 4 to 5 continuous hours of operation on this servo in a highly stressed environment. There's no play in those gears. It's a beautiful servo. They did a great job making this thing. If you get the opportunity, go out and buy you one. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. It took me a couple days to make it, but this servo mount with this servo did really good. I still want to get a servo saver for this, and so what you have to do is you got to get the adapter. They make an adapter at No Superior Design. They make an adapter that fits on this 25 tooth micro servo, and it will fit and work with the mini no prep servo saver. So if you buy the mini no prep servo saver and the adapter, you should be able to throw a servo saver onto this beautiful servo. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you don't, I don't care. If you do, like and subscribe, and I'll make more. Tell me what you want to see. Thank you. Take care.